This happened last summer when me and three friends, Josh, Bilal, and Rami, went camping deep in the Appalachian woods during a long weekend. We picked this super remote spot Josh found online, supposedly untouched and marked by red trail ribbons. It took us 4 hours of hiking just to get there, and we didn't see a single other human being the whole time. The place was dead silent, no birds, no rustling, just a stillness that felt off from the start. But we were excited, pitched our tents, got the fire going, cooked dinner, and settled in for the night. Around 1 a.m., while we were sharing ghost stories, the fire flared up suddenly, like whoosh, twice its normal size, without anyone adding wood. Rami joked that someone had thrown in gasoline, but we all just stared at each other. No one had moved. Then out of nowhere, Bilal whispered, "Guys, there's someone standing behind the trees." And he wasn't joking. About 10 feet into the darkness, barely visible between the trunks, was a tall figure. Not moving, just watching. We shouted, shined flashlights, but it didn't react. Josh grabbed a big stick and ran toward it. And just like that, it was gone. Not walked away, gone. We didn't sleep that night, but by morning, the woods looked normal again. We blamed it on shadows, packed up, and left in a hurry. Now here's where it gets messed up. That night, while scrolling Instagram at home, I saw something posted from my backup camping account. I never posted anything, but there was a photo I never took. A wide shot of us sitting around the fire, laughing. The angle was impossible, like it was taken from high up in the trees behind us. Everyone's face was visible, even mine. But I was the one holding my phone the whole time. I checked the timestamp. It was exactly 1:17 a.m., right when the fire flared up. I tried deleting the photo, but it wouldn't go away. The screen glitched every time I hit delete. Next night, my phone started buzzing at 1:17 a.m. sharp. And when I opened the gallery, that same photo was there, but zoomed in this time on the tree line. And in the shadow behind us, the figure was back. A little clearer now. Long arms, no face, just this stretched out head watching from behind the bark. I smashed the phone the next day. I thought it was over, until Rami called me last week. He just got back from another trip to the same area. He said they passed our old site, and the strangest thing, the fire was burning, same spot, same circle of stones, like we never left. But no one else was around. The wood looked fresh. The flames weren't moving, just this steady, frozen fire like a photo in real life. He didn't even stop to take a picture, just ran. Now I keep thinking back to that night, how it felt like something was waiting in those woods, feeding off our fear, wanting to be seen. Maybe it wasn't a shadow. Maybe the fire was never ours. Maybe it belongs to whatever lives there, and we were just guests who stayed too long. This happened to me and my girlfriend Sophia last July when we decided to take a weekend camping trip to a spot we found in a local hiking forum. Nothing official, just one of those secret forest clearings deep in Washington state, far from any other campsites. We hiked for hours, no cell service, just thick woods and overgrown trails until we finally reached the spot. It was beautiful, actually. A quiet patch with soft moss, space for 2 tents, and a stream nearby. We set up camp, cooked dinner, and went to bed early, totally alone, or so we thought. Around 3 a.m., I woke up because I heard crunching outside, like someone walking slowly through the leaves. I figured maybe a raccoon, but then came whispering, low, steady whispers. Not random, but like 2 people talking. That's when I realized there was a light coming from behind our tent. I unzipped the flap slowly and froze. Just 20 feet away, where we definitely hadn't seen anything before, was another tent. Small, dark green, with a dim yellow lantern glowing inside. I woke Sophia and whispered, "Someone else is here." But when she looked out, her face went pale. "That wasn't there before." I called out, "Hello?" No answer. Then the lantern inside the tent flickered off. Silence. Total unnatural silence. We waited, holding our breath, and then zip. We heard the zipper of that tent slowly opening, but no one came out. The light came back on for a second, and we saw a silhouette inside. But it wasn't sitting or standing. It was hanging upside down, head dangling, hair touching the tent floor. I shouted and grabbed my flashlight, but the moment the beam hit the other tent, it was empty, like it had never been there. No light, no noise, nothing. I ran toward it, but there was just forest. No footprints, no tent, nothing disturbed. We left before sunrise, hiking nonstop back to the car. We didn't talk much, just needed to get out of there. A week later, Sophia sent me a screenshot from a hiking subreddit. Someone had posted a blurry image titled "Weird Tent in the Forest" near Pine Hollow Trail. It was our spot. In the background behind their campfire was that same green tent with the lantern glow. Same angle, same eerie glow. The comments were full of people saying they saw it too. Always appears at night, always gone by morning. One person even said they peeked inside and saw someone with a stitched-up mouth hanging from the ceiling like a bat. No one knows where it came from or why it keeps appearing in different campsites. But I'll tell you one thing. If you ever go camping and a tent shows up that wasn't there before, don't go near it and never ask who's inside. Last August, I went on a camping trip with my older brother Saif and two of his college friends in northern British Columbia. The plan was simple: 3 days of hiking, fishing, and living off the grid. No phones, no distractions. On the second night, we got lost trying to shortcut through a dense patch of forest after sunset. We were exhausted, hungry, and freezing when we saw something strange through the trees. A small wooden cabin, completely unmarked, just sitting there like it had been waiting. No road, no path, just trees all around. The windows were dusty but unbroken, and the door was slightly ajar. It looked abandoned but solid, so we decided to crash inside for warmth. The air inside was stale but dry. There were 4 chairs around a cold fireplace, old lanterns hanging on the walls, and weird symbols carved into the wood above the door. I remember Saif joking, "Watch this be some Blair Witch shit," and we all laughed. But honestly, we were too tired to care. We locked the door, ate canned beans, and went to sleep. That night, I woke up to the sound of the front door slowly creaking open. I thought maybe the wind had pushed it, but when I sat up, I realized all 3 of them were still asleep. The lantern in the corner flickered to life on its own. Then another one. One by one, every light in the cabin turned on, without anyone touching them. I whispered Saif's name, but before he could respond, there was a loud knock on the cabin wall, right behind our heads. 3 slow knocks, then silence. I got up, heart pounding, and peeked through the front window. What I saw made me stumble back. There was a person standing just outside the cabin, not moving, not looking in, just standing with their back to the door. I whispered to the others to wake up. Saif grabbed a knife, and we decided to confront whoever it was. But when we opened the door, no one was there. No footsteps, no sounds of running, just pine needles and fog. We packed up at first light, but as we were leaving, I looked back one last time, and there was a second figure now, standing inside the window, watching us. Here's the part I still can't explain. 2 weeks after we came back, Saif texted me a picture from an old hiking blog. It was a black and white photo dated 1954. In the center of the frame, clearly visible, was that same cabin, the exact one. Same symbols, same lanterns. But in the doorway was a man wearing a ranger uniform. And if you zoom in, you can see that his eyes are gone. Just black sockets. The caption under the photo: "Last known image of Officer Burke. Vanished during summer patrol. Cabin never found again. I haven't gone camping since."